All right, welcome to the Rogue Gun. Today we have part 3 in the All My Canik series. We're going to start off quickly by eliminating the Caniks that are not on the menu today. First thing, Canik TP9 Elite SC, wonderful firearm. This was part 1, not on the menu today. Next up, Canik TP9 Elite Combat Executive, really subcompact, I guess, what you would say, but not a full-size frame, but also not on the menu today. Today, we're talking about the one, the only Canik Mete SFX. Now, it is a bit excessive having all three of these Caniks, but I promise you there's a legit reason why. Why do I have all three of these Caniks? Well, first and foremost, I cannot help myself. So when I see something that's really good, shoots really accurately, I like to get as many of them as possible. And this one I happened to snag on sale, cheaper than your favorite online gun brokers had it. And I won't say on sale. It might as well have been on sale. This was sitting in the gun store. Maybe it had a magazine fired through it, used for cheaper than your favorite online gun store would sell it for. So I walked out the store with it. It really was quite simple. This is the 20 round magazine. It's got the 18 plus the 2 base plate. Why do I like this particular Canik, and what made me pick this one up after I already had the executive as well as the subcompact? Well, quite simply, if you look at my hand and you look at where my hand sits on this gun, you can see even my big hand, it hangs off the edge of this gun. And this is a full-size frame. Yes, there are larger frames, but most frames, my hand I'm as high as I can get up on that. I mean, I can go grab even higher up there, right? That's not necessarily where I probably grabbed a little. I don't have enough to purchase, but you can see as high as I can grab, I'm still hanging off the bottom there. So for me, having a full-size gun, full-size frame, especially for something really fun to shoot at the range, again, still got that Canik trigger, just like everything else. It's completely crisp. I've seen some comments talking about this trigger in comparison to the TP9 SFX. I've actually picked one up in the store. I couldn't really tell much of a difference in terms of the reset. The biggest difference I feel is with this and the executive trigger, as well as the new rival trigger, that flat face trigger. So maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I'll go back and check it out again. But this thing for now has been completely flawless. So my experience shooting this thing, brought it to the range, put probably 200 rounds through the first day because I shot 18 rounds, and it was one of those experiences where I don't think my grouping was larger than the trigger guard. And that was probably it. I don't know, usually I go somewhere between 7 to 10 yards my first magazine with a gun, just to see what it shoots like, and it's just gotten better. When I say trigger guard, I'm talking just making a hole bigger for 20 rounds. It's almost boring to shoot in the sense that it doesn't look like anything's happening. So there are times I go do this thing with the range, and I'd like to take a lot of guns when I go to range. I'll take 4 or 5 guns, at least as many as I can fit on the table at a time. And some reason I'll end up stuffing magazines through this one over and over and over and over again. And the reason being is because I'm trying to carve out patterns. I'll shoot a little hole in the paper, and then I want to kind of make that hole an oval. So I want to make that hole something like this, and then next thing I know, I'm trying to make the hole like this, or I'm trying to carve out a C or a backwards, or carving out different shapes. So this gun, I'll be honest with you, I kind of really enjoy taking this thing to the range. So what do I do with it? It's really become probably one of my favorite range toys. It's really made me consider competition because it's just wildly accurate. I mean, let's face it, all guns shoot straight. Well, 22s are a little iffy out of short barrels at times, but that's another story. Guns shoot straight in general, right? You're not gonna see anything crazy. I've had 5-inch barrel 40s, 5-inch barrel 45s, 5-inch barrel 9s. This thing just it's weird how accurate it is. I've got a MMP 45 full size long slide 5-inch barrel, 5.2-inch barrel, whatever it is. The trigger in it that's been lightened as light as you can get it and still shoot it without confidently without accidentally pulling that thing. And this thing is right on par with that. It's right on par with my MMP 40 Core Edition. I don't know that I may have done some trigger work to that trigger as well. Maybe had some work done. I don't remember. It's been a while. But that particular trigger, that particular gun shoots wildly accurate as well. This is right up there with that out the box. So I haven't done anything to it. If anything, I've just gotten it dirty, shooting it over and over again. Just like all the other Caniks, it comes apart pretty easily. It's got the quick little lever you pull, pop down. Again, all of my guns are shot, so don't expect to see them cleaned. This one has not been to the range in probably 3 or 4 days. Maybe a little bit longer in this particular case, but breaks down pretty quickly, pretty easily. Again, this frame, wonderful frame to sit in my hand. I have no complaints. It's still, again, my hand's just a big hand. My hand hangs off just about every frame, every gun, except for I think my H&K USP 45. Maybe the MP 45 full size, because that's a pretty hefty frame as well. In general, I tend to like compact, subcompacts, smaller frame guns, anything that I can conceal. What I go for. This is not my normal purchase. So that being said, I really wasn't going to get what I guess would be considered a competition style or a duty size pistol, because I really don't carry open carry. I really don't conceal carry something this large. But I do find myself, just gravitating to this thing at the range. If you want a gun that you can, just shoot 200-300 rounds through at the range, if you want to spend that much money on 9, by all means, please do. I am a firm believer in enjoying yourself when you're shooting. This thing is definitely a great option for that. To me, it's pretty soft shooting. Recoil is minimal. It's a large frame. One of the things I do like about it, some people may not like. To me, it feels like it sits fairly high. So for some people, that may feel a little different compared to some of the other guns that are out there. But for me, I don't know. I just like the way that sits in my hand. I never had a problem getting that thing on target. Never had a problem finding the sights. Again, 3 white dots aren't the best. This will probably get a red dot eventually. At the moment, like I said, I really, considering getting into competition level shooting with this thing. That's how accurate, how confident, and it's pretty cool. One of the things I like to do with this thing, I like to start off shooting slow with a that 20-round magazine in there. The first 3, 4, 5 shots are slow, kind of cadence fire, slow, and then just pick it up and bang, 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 and finish the last 3 or 4 shots off rapid fire as fast as I can go. One of the cool things when I do that, and I'll start that drill off, kind of slow into faster fire by the end of the magazine, and I'll start off really shooting fast and then slow down, just to kind of challenge myself into different cadences, don't get into a shooting rhythm. Part of my martial arts training taught me to avoid rhythms and avoid on-beat cycles of shooting and activity, punches, things like that. So I always try and break my consistency and, bang, 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 bang. It's bang, 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 kind of thing. So it's for me, one of the reasons I do that is it kind of mimics, unexpected shooting circumstances as best as I can in a controlled environment. Obviously, you can't, jump around like a crazy person like you're running around for your life or anything at the range. But when I do that, I really find myself kind of still shooting same hole targets. When you take the drill, you have the gun down, present it, bring it up, a quiet sight, shoot and get down. I'm probably the quickest with this gun. I can't really say enough. It's the sights present well, it points well, shoots well, fits well in large hands. I've got the large backstrap on here in case anyone's asking or wondering. Came with all the typical tools the Canik should come with. Not really much else to say. If you've seen the Canik Mete SFX reviews, you've seen the breakdowns, they're all correct. It's not one of those cases where reviewers are telling you to buy a gun that they wouldn't own or they wouldn't shoot themselves. I love this thing. It's that trigger, right? I mean, I'm all about a great reset, right? Whenever you can take a gun and that's it right there, right? That's why you buy the Canik. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. I think it's a phenomenal firearm. I think it's an absolutely wonderful pistol. Not a single failure, not a single issue with it, not a single problem with it so far. So yeah, I think that I'm extremely happy with this purchase. In fact, that Rival kind of checks a couple boxes. This thing doesn't, and this thing checks a couple boxes. That thing doesn't. So, we'll see. Haven't spent too much time with that thing in my hands, and I'm afraid to. But I have a feeling once I do, there may be another Canik in the collection. All right, this is the Rogue Gun. Thanks for tuning in. Check out part 4 where I kind of sit all 3 of the Caniks down on the table. Who knows? There could be a 4th Canik by then. I don't know. But I put all 3 Caniks on the table, and we're going to sit down and kind of put all 3 of them together and talk about why they're all good, what's really interesting about all 3 of them. I've got a whole slew of magazines to talk about, a whole slew of holsters to talk about. Do I carry? Do I not carry? What are my experiences shooting one to the other? We'll really kind of dive into a comparison about all 3 Caniks. So make sure you tune in for the next one. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe, share with your friends, get yourself a Canik, share the experience. Canik be that good? Oh yeah, Canik be that good. Talk to you guys later. Rogue Gun out.